Hello everybody, Evan here. Today we're going to be ranking all of the solos from the first season of Cartoon Beatbox Battles, meaning Vegeta and Shadow are not on this list. And this is going to be strictly based off of what we were provided during the season, so no remixes, no remasters. Otherwise, SpongeBob and Mickey Mouse would probably be higher for round 1. If you disagree with any of my opinions, let me know. So if you say Sonic's better than Mario or Pennywise beat Patrick, go right ahead. My opinions are my opinions, your opinions are your opinions, we're all human beings here. So do not yell at anybody, or do not yell at me because I say a certain character is better than another. Like and subscribe if you want more content like this, and I hope you enjoy the rankings. Quick note, I forgot to say, Cyborg and Terminator are not in this ranking. Okay, bye. Number 30 on our list is Group Round 1. There is not much good to say about this, other than cool, it's Gangnam Style. That's it. I will credit the fact that this stays entirely within Groot's character, that he can't say anything other than I am Groot, and he was also up against Pikachu, who cannot say much other than Pikachu, if anything at all. I genuinely do not get why Groot won this battle. Sure, Groot and Pikachu both sucked on like an equal level, but I genuinely think that Pikachu was slightly better. However, again, there is the debate that it doesn't really matter since whoever won this was going to lose round 2 to Pennywise. So, yeah, there's not really a huge problem with that. However, I just do not like Groot's in the slightest. At least with Pikachu, there's something funny in it. Groot is just, oh, Gangnam Style, woo. So yeah, Groot's the worst beatbox, number 29. Whoa, who could have seen this one coming? Pikachu at 29. It is probably universally agreed upon that Pikachu and Groot are probably the two worst round 1 performances and performances in general in the series. I genuinely do not even know what song Pikachu's is from. Can somebody please tell me that? Anyways, the only reason I have Pikachu above Groot is because Pikachu's just funnier thanks to Groot. Because Groot was just sitting there the entire time not giving a damn about what the hell Pikachu was doing. Meanwhile, Pikachu even started tapping his foot to Groot's beatbox. Also, Pikachu was kind of funny at them where he just started becoming like, what? He was becoming like a growing balloon? Overall, not a good beatbox, but slightly better than Groot's enough to not be the bottom spot. But still, honestly, do not care that much that he lost round 1, would have lost to Pennywise anyways. Next entry. Okay, I'm gonna be blunt. The only good thing about this beatbox is the reference to Pat Back. Otherwise, the beat is bad, the roasts are very lackluster, and overall, it's kind of disgusting, even if it is funny at the same time. But like, Thanos was right. This is not cool or awesome. This is just disgusting. And Patrick starts off with, look at you, you're pink, and look at you, Urkel. Look at me, I'm pink, I'm cool. No. This should not have gone on to round 3. Even if I do think Patrick round 3 is pretty awesome, I do not get why he went on to round 3. And I am a firm believer of the fact that Patrick only won because of people voting him to avenge SpongeBob when he lost to Deadpool. Thanos was much better, even if I'm not a super fan of Thanos round 2, it is still leagues better than Patrick round 2. If I'm being honest, I had to fight with myself to not put Patrick round 2 and a tier with Groot round 1 and Pikachu round 1, but at least Patrick speaks full sentences, and at least there's actual beat drop behind it. So yeah, I mean, that and Patrick actually roast Thanos looks. Even if it's not great, it's still something other than Pikachu or I am Groot. So, number 28, next entry.
Well, that's me. Whoops.
Who's the mouse with the plan that's gonna cook you?
Another pretty disliked one at number 27. If I'm being honest, Mickey Mouse's entire beatbox is just M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, or Mickey Mouse, that's me. Like, that's not how you beatbox, that's just being full of yourself. And the only proper roast here is you're in a pineapple, but I'm in the clubhouse. But again, that's not even good, that's just making fun of where he lives. Different shows, buddy! So no, Mickey Mouse definitely lost this. Honestly, pretty laughable performance, but I wouldn't say this is bottom 3, even if it is objectively worse than Patrick.
Where my C-K-P-Y and where my USC back up?
Alright, here's the first hot take I probably have. Pennywise was worse than Joker. I do not see much good with Pennywise. Though then again, Pennywise and Joker are both like so mid to me that honestly, they could both be interchanged and I wouldn't care. But I'm glad Pennywise did win this because, if I'm being honest, Pennywise 2 is probably one of my favorites in the series. That slaps. As for round 1 though, it was really just mediocre, probably a D tier rating. I can't say too much about it because, again, it's round 1, episode 3. Episode 5 is where the first real bomb comes in, and you'll see it when we get to those people, but for right now, Pennywise isn't terrible, but he's not that great either, so next entry.
Now this is a story all about how I made this clown turn upside down.
Coming in at number 25 is Joker, round 1, and I'm gonna be honest, Joker is just very slightly better than Pennywise to me. So, I'm not even upset at Pennywise winning the round, but I would have honestly slightly preferred Joker. Because Joker's opening to Prince of Bel-Air is better than Pennywise's Red Rum. In my opinion, I do think that Pennywise winning led to one of the greatest beatboxes in the series. However, I still think that from just round 1 alone, Joker should have won. There's not much to say about this since Joker's beatbox is pretty repetitive, but it's within character, so it's not like I'm gonna take 50 points off. Congrats, you fail. Mid beatbox, number 24.
F is for fire that I'm gonna burn with you.
Coming in at number 24 is SpongeBob Round 1, and the best way to put this is, if SpongeBob Round 1 was longer, this could actually be a couple tiers up. I genuinely like this one. The problem is this is way too short, so I cannot give this anything higher than a D tier rating. SpongeBob Round 1 is not bad by any means, but this is way too short, and honestly, it is kind of repetitive, but I do like the throwback to the fun song. That was cool. So yeah, that's basically it for SpongeBob. Definitely beat Mickey Mouse though. On to number 23.
I'm ready. Mickey Mouse, eat some cheese.
At number 23 is Patrick Round 1, and I'm gonna be honest, Goofy and Patrick were both alright beatboxes. I liked them both to an extent, but I think Goofy honestly won this one because Goofy was repetitive, Patrick was repetitive. However, Goofy's beat was catchier and funnier. Patrick's was just alright all around. It wasn't bad, but I think that because this is, again, within the first 4 episodes, that kind of deteriorates my ranking of it. Because the first 4 episodes are honestly the weakest in the series, in my opinion, but that's not saying that Verbalase did a terrible job with all 4 episodes. My point here is that Patrick honestly should have lost this round, and I really don't care for this one, but I'm not entirely mad about Patrick getting on to round 2, but I do think that this is where Patrick's round 1 should go. Bottom of C tier. On to number 22.
It makes me wanna puke.
Is that rotten cheese in the trash? Oh wait a minute, it's SpongeBob.
Coming in at number 22 is Deadpool's round 2 performance. Deadpool is really only good at roasting his opponents, otherwise he's not really that much of a beatboxer. But to be fair, roasting is a pretty major part in this, so I guess I do understand why Deadpool won his way to the finale. Here's one thing though. He was really only good at the roasting part. Fine, his beatboxing was okay, his music was okay, his visuals were okay. But oh my god, he did not beat SpongeBob, and he definitely did not beat Deadshot. So in my honest opinion, Deadpool 2 is just all over the place. And I don't really think the backups make much sense here, because it's just, he's the coolest mercenary, so you better run home to your mommy and cry. Now yes, it does kind of fit, because Deadpool would be the type of person to say, oh, go home to your mommy and cry about it then, but I still just do not think that Deadpool is that good this round. I'm not saying Deadpool round 2 is terrible. It is not bad by any means, but it is not that good, honestly. SpongeBob won this round. So yeah, number 22 is Deadpool round 2, on to number 21. Yeah, Deadpool just wasn't that great in the early episodes. I promise the next 2 entries are not just Deadpool. This is the last Deadpool for a little bit. I just did not like Deadpool round 1 or 2 that much. Because again, he really only focused on the roasting. He didn't really worry about, oh, I want to sound musically good. No, I just want to roast the hell out of my opponent. That's all he did. Deadshot absolutely obliterated Deadpool's round, but Deadpool really only won because of popularity, for being honest. I just don't think there was much going for Deadpool because there was like no visuals here, and he made a oh, gonna bang your girlfriend joke. Wow, awesome. Congratulations. So yeah, Deadpool did not win this round like at all. Deadshot was much better, but I still think that Deadpool 1 wasn't that bad. On to number 20.
You're just a hater. Fresher than your mother's killer.
I'm sorry, Patrick. I never meant to hurt you.
We are in the B- tier now, which is the biggest tier on this list, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if it's a hot take that I have Goofy an entire tier above Patrick. But I like Goofy's a considerable amount more than Patrick, even if I don't really like either of them that much. Goofy's is funnier, his dancing's pretty sick, his beat is catchy, and I like the part with the camera, that's pretty cool. You know, with like you're losing to the Goofy and then he just reels the camera and shows flashbacks of him being an idiot. That made me laugh when I first saw it. There was nothing about Patrick's that made me laugh, but Goofy at least gave me a good chuckle the first couple of times I watched it. And it is pretty memorable and catchy. I do understand why Goofy lost this round. I'm not gonna sit here and throw a fit that Goofy lost. I do understand why he lost. But regardless, Goofy is better than Patrick. On to number 20. If I'm being honest, SpongeBob Round 2 was a really strong start. I like the Goofy Goober, I like the slow but steady build up, and I honestly like just the Your Life's a Pooper. I don't know why, but that was really funny to me. And I also like the Doodle Bob throwback, I like the Goofy Goober throwback, and the cheerleader part where it was like, spell his name. Sandy and Mr. Krabs just looked beyond pissed, and Patrick was just like, yeah! I don't know, that still makes me laugh every time I look at it. I think SpongeBob 2 is not as good as some people make it out to be, but it is definitely better than Deadpool Round 2. I like this one more than I used to after a couple re-listens. I mean, then again, that's the same with a lot of these, so it's SpongeBob ain't special. But in the end, I do feel like SpongeBob did beat Deadpool, and I feel like Deadpool only won because, again, Deadpool only got as far as he did because people did kind of vote off the character. But that's a trend amongst the entire series, like Patrick, Deadpool, Black Panther to an extent, Sonic, list goes on. So yes, I think that SpongeBob should have won here, but that's basically it. On to number 17.
I'm a goofy goober.
I'm actually not sure if it's a hot take for me to say that Thanos Round 2 isn't as great as people make it out to be. I do not dislike this, but I definitely do not think that this is a top tier performance on Thanos' end. Especially after his round 1 performance, because that's a top tier performance in my opinion. My main problem with this is it's just pretty repetitive overall with like, you don't want to mess with the universe best because I could break your face like, oh, or you don't want to rest knowing it's useless because I'm about to bake your souls. Like, you can't really tell me that it's not repetitive to an extent. Now, yes, most if not every beatbox in the series has this same issue. But I think it is especially prevalent here after his round 1 performance, which I think is really good. There's not that much repetitiveness, in my opinion. I don't know. So, yeah, I definitely do not agree with Patrick beating Thanos in this battle, but at the same time, I'm not exactly a super fan of Thanos Round 2. I said this in the Patrick Round 2 reasoning, so yeah. Thanos was alright, but I think this is about where I rank him on my tier list. So yeah, on to number 17.
The souls, come on.
Okay, so I'm going to just summarize these two segments. This is where Black Panther 3 and Deadpool 3 would be, but I can't actually put those in the video because then this video is going to be blocked. And I tried uploading this originally with them, and as we can see here, blocked, would not be allowed. So, yeah, to put it short, Black Panther round 3 is number 17, number 16 is Deadpool round 3. Alright, that's basically it for this segment. I like them both, but I don't care for them that much. So, yeah, let's just head over to the next entry.
Alright. Oh.
At number 15, we have Deadpool's round 4 performance.
Here it goes.
I'm gonna be honest, round 4 is probably the round I care the least for, as I personally think that the series just got worse as it went on. So, like, round 1's my favorite, round 2, round 3, round 4, but that doesn't mean it's bad, it just means it's forgettable. Deadpool 4 was honestly slightly better than his third performance, only because, I'll be honest, the roast in this one were slightly better in my opinion. Because his whole, oh, I wiped your best friend out, or I actually don't understand the whole Fat Pat Patrick forgot about Wade thing, but the bikini bottom part was pretty funny. And the visuals in this one were actually pretty good as well. I do enjoy the visuals. Unfortunately, I do think Patrick just beat out Deadpool because Patrick's is more memorable to me, as I don't remember a lot about Deadpool 4. So yeah, overall, kind of forgettable, but not that bad at the same time. The visuals are pretty good though. Now let's head over to number 14. Coming in at number 14, and the final member of the B- tier is Patrick 4. I genuinely cannot bring myself to put this an entire tier above Deadpool 4, as they both are so similar. Both of them are pretty bare bones when it comes to insult, but the beat is good for both of them, and I like the music. I like the auto-tune. I do like the auto-tune. It's done pretty nice. It's not overdone, it's not underdone. Perfectly done. The reason that these two are not B tier is because this is just a lackluster finale, I'm gonna be honest. These are not beatboxes that speak finale potential. Alright? These are beatboxes that I'd see in like round 2 or 3. This is not a finale beatbox. This isn't to say that these suck, because I definitely think they're good, but I do not think these are B tier worthy to a point where I'd throw them into the good tier or the alright tier, alright? This is just an alright beatbox that I think personally barely edged out Deadpool just because A, it's Patrick, B, his beatbox was catchier, and C, out of the actual roast that we received, Patrick's was just better. Alright, let's head over to number 13 and the first B tier on the list.
Right, who's gonna win the match tonight is Pinky. That's defense. Pinky.
Fun fact, before making this video, Sonic was originally in the top 10. However, I'm very indecisive, so now Sonic's at number 13. Anywho, so Sonic was good. Alright, Sonic had a good beatbox. I won't lie. I'm more of a Mario fan personally, but I will not say Sonic did bad just because of that alone. Sonic's main problems are that A, his beatbox was very repetitive about his speed, like, oh yeah, whoa, hey guys, look at me, I'm Sonic, I'm the fastest thing alive, like, congrats, you want a cookie? Second off, one of his roasts just plain up does not make sense, and that's that castle roast. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the castle is always easy to break it. That is not in Mario's control, therefore that roast makes actually 0 sense to be there. I will say, the rest of Sonic's roasts were good. Sonic wins in the roasting performance, but Mario outclasses him in any other way. Visuals, props, catchiness, beat, music. Sonic just falls off so hard here. The only reason I'm happy that Sonic won here is because we got Sonic 2. On to number 12. In number 12, we have Darkseid round 1. I'm gonna say it like this. Darkseid is very underrated. People do not credit this beatbox enough. I'm not gonna sit here and say this is a top 10 beatbox, because it's not. But I actually do enjoy this one quite a bit. I like all the fire. I do think that Darkseid has some alright roasting. And I like the end sequence where he's like showing himself beating Thanos in some other stuff. Like video games, chess, even rock, paper, scissors. And I like where he's like, oh, you're gonna be back in your base. And you can be like, oh, please don't hurt me, man. And that's when I slap you with your own hand. That was funny. I like that. I think one thing here is this is kind of repetitive with all the monkey sounds, and yes, that's what I'm calling it, because I'm not doing personal to describe it like other people say. Anywho, I think Darkseid just tries way too hard here for what is not that easy to top, because Thanos slaps. Alright, Thanos' performance in this episode was awesome, so Darkseid had to fight to beat it, and he overshot it so much. So yeah, Darkseid is good, but not top 10. On to number 11. We're almost to the top 10. I'm sure that there's at least one person that was worrying I was going to put this in the top 10, or at least one person that forgot this was a thing. But Groot Round 2 is 11th place. I by no means will say that this is a top tier beatbox. Not even close. But I still find this to be a quite enjoyable performance by Groot, and I'm glad that he could improve from round 1 to round 2. Verbalase did a great job, and I'm glad that Groot lost this because Pennywise 2 was amazing. I love that. But when it comes to Groot 2, I still like it. This is one of the better round 2s because I like both beatboxes a considerable amount. Groot 2 is quite enjoyable. I especially like where he dances up like a clown, like Pennywise, and starts dancing to make fun of him. And I know he's restricted to the whole I am Groot thing because of character, but I still think that even if it is repetitive, it's still done well. And I like the growing bit where he's like in the pot, he starts growing like a tree. I like that. So yeah, Groot's number 11. We are officially in the top 10. Let's go.
I like my fish served crispy. Oh, 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 you have no idea.
Pennywise has certainly come a long way since his first beatbox, as that's all the way down in like the bottom 10. Pennywise round 3, on the other hand, made the top 10, and Pennywise 2 is yet to be talked about. Honestly, I really like the backup with the zombified Bikini Bottom people like Squidward, SpongeBob, Sandy, and Mr. Krabs. I really like that touch, and that really goes to show just how far Pennywise is willing to go to get what he wants, which is to win the battle. I will say one major pet peeve I have with this is the fact that this is like a 25-second startup, I think. I didn't count, but it felt longer than 20 seconds until he actually got to what he was trying to do. But that doesn't necessarily deteriorate this all that much, but it does make Pennywise's performance longer than it needs to be, which is something I don't really like. It's like the Mickey Mouse remaster in a way. They take way too long to start up and just to get to the actual point. Like, you don't need to add this much filler. Just start beatboxing, start with your lyrics, don't just add all this unnecessary stuff. It deteriorates the performance for me. I also like how Pennywise's beatbox is a remix of Thriller, and I will be honest, the autotune is done very nicely here, and this all fits with Pennywise's creepy personality and his scary personality. So yeah, Pennywise makes the top 10. On to number 9. If I'm being honest, I actually really like Batman's performance in this, and that's why he's one of the 2 characters in the A- tier. Because I think Batman's first performance was really good, and this would be in the A tier if it wasn't for one small problem. Robin. It is almost universally agreed that Robin ruined Batman. Maybe it's because of Robin's voice, maybe it's because of what Robin was saying, maybe it's just because Robin just took over half of Batman's beatbox. Alright, if this either remained Batman, or Robin started just beatboxing while Batman continued singing, I think Batman could have won. And I'm gonna be honest, episode 6 is my favorite episode, because Black Panther and Batman were both amazing this episode. But without Robin, they would probably both be in the S tier, okay? Robin ruined Batman so hard, and I'm sorry to anybody who says otherwise, but I really liked what Batman was going for up until Robin showed up, okay? The visuals were awesome, the beat was awesome, the song was awesome, but Robin ruined it. That is all. Next entry. You know, if somebody was to walk up to me one day and say, hey, Evan, you should watch cartoon beatbox battles. Guarantee you at least one of Patrick's beatboxes are in the top 4. I would shake their hand and say $20 if none of them are in the top 10. And oh my god, I owe somebody $20 right now after listening to this. Patrick Round 3 is so remarkably stupid that it is so funny for no apparent reason. I might just have childlike humor, but pooping in a box and comparing a clown to a literal penny, that is peak comedy in my opinion. And especially because this fits Patrick's character perfectly. Patrick is one to not care about what's going on, alright? If Patrick was smart, he would realize that he's up against a killer clown that can kill him in the snap of a finger, and Patrick's just like, oh, you're worse than a literal penny, and oh, I pooped in a box here with a note in it, hoping you put it in the water it floats. Oh, and the reference to that one episode where there was like the monkey and SpongeBob was trying to not get his butt kicked because then he'd have to go through some type of surgery. I really like that throwback to Monkey Patrick because oh my god, that is so funny every time I see Patrick in a monkey suit on screen. And the fact that it was incorporated to the end of his beatbox, that was creative. Overall, I'd say a very memorable performance for round 3 and Patrick, but overall I would not say this is a top tier, but I still like this one a lot. So yeah, on to number 7.
Get ready to get kicked out of your home.
I'll be honest, Sonic has a lot more going for him in Sonic 2 than he does Sonic 1. He basically says, hey Black Panther, I'm gonna kick you out of your home, right at the start. I like how this is a remix of Chemical Plant Zone, and honestly, I think the roasts in this one are better, because it's basically comparing Black Panther to a cat, and I find that really amusing for no reason. I also think that this one's a lot catchier, and I really like the addition of backup vocals with his friends, like Amy, Shadow, Tails, Knuckles. I'm a very happy camper when I saw that, because it's creative. It's better than just Sonic saying, oh, Mario's fat, or oh, you're killing Yoshi, and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest, Sonic focuses less on his speed in this one, and worries more about, oh hey, Black Panther's a cat. And I like that more, okay? This isn't just, oh, I'm Supersonic Speed, baby! So yeah, in my honest opinion, Sonic 2 is definitely an improvement from Sonic 1, and if that's a hot take, shoot me in the comments. It will do literally nothing. Anyways, on to number 6. We're almost in the S tier, fellas.
You can't stop me, you're too cocky.
If Sonic 2 is an A tier performance, then Black Panther 2 will not be following far behind. Or I guess, will not be far ahead. Because honestly, I think Black Panther 2 has better roast, and I think he has a better beat, or a better song, however you want to put it. I'll be honest, Black Panther's beatboxing is also better. I do like the fact that Black Panther was more simplistic. I think that's a common trend with Sonic's opponents. Mario's was more simplistic, and Black Panther's was more simplistic. Notice how I find both Mario's better than Sonic, and I find Black Panther's better than Sonic? Yeah, I think you're noticing a trend here. I like the simplicity in these beatboxes, and I like the good roasting, and I like the good music. That's why I have Black Panther above Sonic. Plus, Sonic has the problem of being pretty repetitive with just, oh, Black Panther's a cat, or, oh, I'm still fast. Even if that's not as prevalent to round 2 than round 1, I still think this pushes Black Panther to be just above Sonic 2. Plus, honestly, when I boot up episode 12, I always listen to Sonic first, just so I can get the best for last, aka I like listening to Black Panther second to follow up with Sonic's performance, because they are both very good performances that clash with each other. I just find Black Panther to be a little bit better. Honestly, if you would say Sonic's above Black Panther, will not fight you. Let's head to the top 5.
Black Panther's back, alright. Don't be afraid.
You'd think with how much I hyped up Pennywise 2, this would be in the S tier, but no. I'm gonna be honest, Pennywise can only be the top of A tier for me. The other 4 beatboxers are all S tiers. This is the final A tier. My thing is, I just don't think Pennywise cracks the A tier. And it might be because he was just up against Groot, just about immediately weakens about most of his credibility. But that doesn't mean it was bad. I'm not gonna sit here and say Pennywise 2 was terrible. Oh my god, it was awesome. His roasting was really good. His music fit him perfectly. And I really, really like the slow pacing of his beatboxing. It really fits his character as a creepy person. It portrays his creepy persona. And considering the fact that when he bust out into his, like, he started beatboxing hard, like, with all the, like, souls popping up behind him and whatnot, after he, like, blew Groot away with the, like, wind thing you probably used with fireplaces. Oh my god, that was the best part of the beatbox by far, and definitely the best part of round 2. Pennywise went off, and I am so glad he won instead of Groot. On to the S tier.
In Wakanda, they know how to party.
Earlier in the video, I said that Black Panther vs. Batman was my favorite episode in the series, and that is true. Black Panther and Batman both put on some really good shows in my opinion, but I think Black Panther's was just noticeably better. Maybe it was because of Robin, maybe it was just because of Black Panther's song being better, or maybe it was just because Black Panther had better roasts than Batman. Because Batman really just made fun of him for losing a fight to a guy without his powers and the fact that he's a cat. I'm sure you wonder where we heard this one before. Oh, hi Sonic, what's up? But yeah, my point stands that Black Panther, honestly, is a really smart individual when it comes to rap battles, and this is very concrete proof of it. Black Panther did very well this round, and this actually used to be my second favorite beatbox, but it has fallen to fourth since I do think I overrated it a little bit, but this is still absolutely one of my favorite performances. If I were to be honest, I think that Black Panther could have gone on a little longer, maybe added one extra roast or two, but otherwise, perfect. Honestly, closest thing to perfection we could have gotten from Black Panther, so big fan of it. Next entry. Deadshot is a prime example of me not being biased. I have absolutely no clue prior on who the hell Deadshot is. All I know is he's from Suicide Squad apparently, and I didn't watch that movie. So the fact that Deadshot scored this high really goes to show that Deadshot should have won. I don't know why Deadpool didn't lose here, probably because he's just more popular, because in my opinion this is a very clear example of people voting my character. Which, I mean, if people voted with the reason that Deadpool was better at roasting Deadshot, fine. I'll accept that reasoning. That's it. Nothing else. Deadshot had better visuals, better beatboxing, better music, just better everything else. I will say now that Deadshot, I really like the exploding part. I like where he explodes the chimichangas, the Deadpool toys, but I cannot say this is better than the top two. But this is still a really good performance, and I listen to this basically daily. I'll be honest, Thanos has probably some of the best visuals in the series on this singular beatbox. This would not be my favorite visual lead, that probably goes to Deadshot, but regardless, I still think Thanos had some really good visuals, and that's just the visuals I'm covering. His beatboxing was phenomenal. His scratching, phenomenal. His roasting, basically phenomenal. Everything about this was just phenomenal, honestly. The fact that I originally had this in A tier when I first listened to this, I'm mad at myself on that, because this is S tier right here. And this is debatably my favorite. However, there is one beatbox that beats it out, and we will get to that very shortly. The reason that I think Thanos demolishes the dark side in any world is because, let's be real here, Thanos just was better at everything. Roasting, visuals, beatboxing, just the backdrop, anything you can name, Thanos beats Darkseid. And the reason this isn't number one is because I do feel like this is just very slightly overdone compared to number one. I prefer the more simple ones, but again, that doesn't mean I hate this. So, in fact, this is, again, my second favorite. Let's head over to number one.
The way destiny still arrives.
Something tells me I'm about to get flamed for my number one pick. You do not need to know me personally to know that my number one pick is none other than this.
Yo.
Alright, let's be honest, fellas. Anybody raise your hand if you're shocked? I don't expect a single hand to be raised, because if you know me on Discord, if I am on your friends list, you should know that Mario Beatbox is, in my opinion, the best one. And honestly, I had to fight with myself to not put this an entire tier above Thanos, Deadshot, and Black Panther. Because this is that good. And I understand, people don't understand what Mario is saying. I don't exactly agree with the excuse, but I can understand it. For a first timer, it does sound like gibberish, but if you know Mario, you know he has an accent, and this stays entirely within Mario's character. I also like Mario's transformations with the power-ups. That's very well done. And it fits perfectly with the beatboxing part too, with like the beat drop, where it's like he starts changing into all his power-ups. It fits perfectly with when the next beat is gonna come up. And honestly, Mario is a very good beatboxer. That's what we learned. Considering that Mario is normally quiet in most of the games, it really makes you wonder, what can he do? At least for me. Again, I might just be going too far with how much I love this beatbox, but Mario Beatbox is the catchiest and the best in the series. Point blank, goodbye. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna be honest, this took me about 3 days to do, and I'm not happy with this end result at all, but you know what? It's a video. You watched it. I made it. I uploaded it. You get to probably waste about 10 seconds of your life before you see where your favorite is, and then you dipped. If you watched the whole thing through, respect to you, and thank you for watching my terrible editing. I promise you I will eventually get good at this. But yeah, here is a summary of my list. I'll leave it up for a couple seconds while I continue talking. This will probably be my last video of the year, since I don't really know what else to upload. I might upload another Totem Minecraft thing, maybe Epic 1B. I don't know. I'm gonna be real, Chief. I really don't know, but if you want more lists like this in 2023 and the future to come, comment down below, like the video, and maybe subscribe if you haven't already, because I kind of want to hit 500 before, like, halfway through 2023. Let's make 2023 a better year than the last, and we'll see if I upload again this year. If I don't, have a great rest of the year, and I hope 2023 brings you nothing but good, and also, Merry Late Christmas to those who celebrated it. I wanted to upload something on Christmas, but as of uploading this, it is December 26th as of this video message. So yes, leave a comment, subscribe, like the video, and go watch some of my other crappy videos, because I want the views. And goodbye. Exploding house gift, exit, because why not? Peace.